Now, we've just seen one of the most exciting qualifying sessions, I think, in a long time here today for the San Marino Grand Prix, or the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, or the Imola Grand Prix, or the Gran Premio de Pirelli, whatever the hell they want to call it. So it was really good fun, and Hamilton picked up the pole position just ahead of Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen. Norris put in an incredible performance. Even though his lap got invalidated, it was so close. Perez almost got pole, apparently a mistake at the final corner, and then Max Verstappen, less than a tenth off, he made a big mistake on his final lap going onto the grass. Had he not done that, he would have been on pole. So for this one, we are here as the 7-time world champion, as Lewis Hamilton, and we're going to try and beat his pole lap at 1 minute 14.4. I'll put the exact time on screen, and we're going to try and beat it. And it's going to be a big challenge because Imola in Assetto Corsa isn't as accurate as the real life track anymore. It's a little bit outdated. Some curbs aren't on the game, so we can't run as wide as they do in real life. Having said that, we're going to try and stick to the track limits as well. So let's jump into it. If you guys are going to enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe for more, and let's see if we can try and beat the pole time from Lewis Hamilton. Okay, here we are then in the Assetto Corsa simulator, and we are in the pit lane with the Race Sim Studio F1 car. Of course, I'll leave a link down below, guys, to this actual mod. It's a pay mod, but it's totally worth the money. It's absolutely fantastic, and I'm using, of course, a Mercedes W12 skin mod for it. And here we are then at car 44, Lewis Hamilton, the 7-time world champion, and we're going to send it and try and do the best we can. Now, in terms of the lap, I'm going to start off with a bit of like a track guide, just making sure we get to grips with it, try and feel a bit comfortable, and then eventually we're going to start pushing for the lap time. So let's jump into it and let's see how we go. Before we do, I'm going to use the setup later on, which I'll leave a link to down below, guys, in the description. So if you guys want to try and beat the lap with that setup, you guys can try that as well. So let's get the lap on the way and let's see how this goes. Okay, here we go then. We are on the way for the session. We are currently at Imola, of course, and we're going to go through a quick little track guide for those of you that don't know. So here we have the Variante Tamburello. First chicane, of course, used to be a flat out left before the infamous Senna incident, therefore it got modified to a chicane. We then have the Variante Villeneuve. Tricky corner this one, you kind of got to sacrifice the left to open up the right and get a good run up towards the hairpin, the Tosa hairpin. Tricky corner this one, the car wants to spin round on you on the back end quite easily, as we then go uphill towards turn 9. Of course, track limits enforced in real life here, and we're going to try and stick to it, Piratella. So we're going to keep the car within the white line, at least one tyre within the white line. Then down towards Acqua Minerale, of course, a little tricky section this one, double apex right. Important to really get good drive up here as it's a really steep uphill climb. Then into the Variante Alta, the chicane. Lots of lines you can take through here. In general, you have to be a bit greedy on the curb, and there's no exit curb here, which is a bit kind of different to real life. The track has changed slightly, so we don't have an exit curb there. We've actually got AstroTurf, and it's quite hard to get traction on there, so we'll see how that goes. And then the two Ravazzas, and as you can see here, the curb actually ends a bit early before the final corner, so we can't quite run as wide or take as much of a wide line as the real life F1 drivers would. But anyway, let's go for a push lap. Let's see how this goes. Default setup on the car right now as it comes out of the package. Just made a bit of a tweak to the brake bias. Down towards the first chicane. Tip the nose in. Quite a bit of understeer already on this. I can feel it. Not a lot of grip. We're going to have to do some setup work for this one. Then towards Villeneuve. Having to be really patient there in terms of putting the power down. Tosa. Third gear. That wasn't too bad. Up the hill towards Piratella. Bring the car to the left and bring it over to the right. 2 downshifts here. Oh, that would just about, I think, be within track limits. Quite a bit of understeer. Then Acqua Minerale. A bit scruffy there, clipping the grass on corner entry. This ain't going to be a spectacular lap. Chicane. Tip the car in again. Aggressive over those yellow sausage curbs. Going to use the runoff on this one. Hopefully it works. And then down towards Ravazza. Try and straight line the braking as much as possible. Third gear on the way in and a short shift to fourth for the second Ravazza. Using all the exit curb. And then open up the DRS, running to the line. Keep a tight line to the right. And it's going to be a 17.9. Okay, that's interesting. So we're a long way away from the pole time, which was a 14.4. Right, I'm going to do a bit of setup work and we're going to see if we can get close to that. I feel like it's going to be a struggle, but we're going to see what we can do. Okay, so we're currently on the installation lap. Now, I will mention, on that previous lap, we were running the C3 compound. Now, this weekend, they are running C2, C3, and C4. So now, we're on the C4 tyre, which is quicker. Also worth noting, I saw someone in my comment section mention to me in the first one at Bahrain that, of course, because of the new ERS rules that came in last season, we are restricted to just one mode, which in this case I'm going to use balance high. I feel like I can actually get away with hot lap though around here, but we'll see how that goes. But we're going to try again. I've reduced the fuel, made a bit of an increase to the front wing, so we've got a bit more front end on the car. This should be a bit more competitive now, so let's see how this goes, and let's see if we can try and improve. So on the pit straight, going to line up the first chicane of Radiante Tamburello, fourth gear. Let's try and nail this. Oh, that's a lot better already. Car's super agile through there. What a difference. Just taking a bit of fuel out and some faster tyres. Villeneuve. Being a little bit cautious, but that's okay. That's nice. Tosa. Completely missed the apex there, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Up towards turn 9. Let's keep it in track limits this time. Yeah, that's nice. Ideally, you don't want to clip the inside curb, but that's okay. Aqua Minerale. Nice. This is a much better lap, much cleaner lap. Already over a second up here. Oh, back end trying to get away from me there on the braking. We'll do a good job actually of getting a good exit. Down towards Ravazza then. Let's try and see if we can nail the brake zone here. Oh, a bit of a lock up. Bit of an error there. It's going to cost us a little bit of time. Will we even improve? I think we still should improve. But we was over a second up. Here we go. Up to the start finish. And a 17.3. So a small improvement. Not as much as obviously I would have hoped. Now for this next lap, I'm actually going to try and run hot lap mode. I feel like I should be able to do a whole lap and not run out of ERS because it's quite a short lap. But yeah, also, to be honest with you, I don't think we're going to beat this pole time. We're just under 3 seconds, but I don't know where I'm going to find 3 seconds. I'll be absolutely honest with you. The mod doesn't feel fast enough, even with like an incredible setup. At least for me anyway. This time not running wide at Ravazza. Using the hot lap mode this time, so this is full power. The car has no more than this. Up towards the line we go. Looks like we're going to improve by quite a fair amount actually. It's going to be a 16.1, so there we go. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's a better improvement than I thought. The lap itself wasn't great. I lost a little bit of time through the first chicane. I think there's definitely out of 15 in there if we hook it up. I'm now going to go do some setup work and see if I can sweat this a little bit and get a bit closer. I'm going to try and work on this and do multiple laps to get it right. So let's see what happens. I can't beat the lap. For some reason now I can't get anywhere near my own lap anymore. Oh, come on! That corner is so difficult. No. Oh. Yes, finally, I beat my own personal best after 41 laps. It's a 1:15.4, which is terrible, but we've got the lap. I'm happy. I'm leaving it there. That will do. I'm a second, just under a second off the pole time. Whatever, man. I'm done. Well then, for the sake of the video, I've gone onto my phone, I've looked at the qualifying lap times, and the lap we got, which is pretty much a 15.4 flat, would have just got us ahead of Nicholas Latifi there actually. So it would have been P14 for the real life San Marino Grand Prix or the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. So there you go, there is my attempt at the lap, and we failed. I tried everything, I threw everything at it. I mean, we could have tried a set of C5s just for the, you know, for the banter. May have found another half a second, but yeah, I tried my best. It wasn't to be, and I wasn't really happy with the setup either. I couldn't find nothing that really worked, so maybe it just wasn't meant to be. Either way, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe for more daily F1 content on the channel. As always, the mods used in this video will be linked down below in the description, so go check those out on Assetto Corsa. And as always, a big thank you to my members for supporting the content on the channel. I really appreciate it, and if you haven't done so already, check out the 2 videos on your screen. And yeah guys, I'll see you next time. Until then, take care, and it's goodbye from me.